Hi, my name is Frank, and let me be frank. I don't know what I'm doing in this life. I wanted to start kind of a little bit of a series on this channel where the videos would be more like a journal-esque type of thing. Because one thing that I've been noticing about myself is that I've been getting anxiety in between the times of 3 and 5 p.m., and I don't know if that's related to the daylight savings time that just happened not that long ago, or if it's just something internally that I need to figure out. But I figured maybe this type of exercise can help. So I'm going to try to do these types of videos and let me know in the comments what you think of them. You can either share some answers that you might have for some of the stuff I'm going through, or maybe you can just relate to it. And that's cool for me. And I'm someone that keeps a journal, a private journal that I write down with as well. I've heard that that helps with anxiety, but I figure there's certain things that I think about that I can post publicly and, let you guys in a little bit on some of the personal stuff. And I also feel like some people have told me that I'm not open enough. So I figure, this might be a good way to really get that out. And another thing is that with social media, everything comes off as being overly positive. And in my opinion, I think half of it at least is fake. So I wanted to give some real, true emotion here and show people that it's okay to also feel this way. This whole thing is a little strange because part of me is nervous to do something like this. It's a little nerve-wracking to, express to the world or the online world what is, some things that are going on in your life. But then the other part of me, it feels like, I'm getting it out, and that part of it does feel good. It feels like I'm getting a little bit lighter. If you don't know me too well personally, a little backstory on me growing up is that I grew up an only child. I'm technically not an only child, but that's how I grew up because my half siblings were across the country. So pretty much I was an only child in a sense, and my mom worked 7 days a week. So I had, I would hang out with friends, but then at the same time, I'd have a lot of alone time. Now that I look at the amount of alone time I have currently in my life, I feel like there's some sort of connection there where there's always just been this like loneliness lurking in the background. Like I think for a lot of years I liked being alone and I liked the alone time, and I do like it a little bit now. And as someone who wants to be an aspiring author, you need alone time in order to write a story. However, to be alone for hours a day or like just feel like you're lonely every single day, that's when it gets challenging. I think COVID had a little bit to play when it came to, social gatherings and interactions being messed up. But at the same time, it's just, I think there's been this weird transition in my life where, being 29 years old, going on to 30 next year, that time in our lives at this age, we're most likely building families, we're getting married, or, moving to different states or different countries. And I think for me, I've gone through quite a good amount of changes, but then sometimes it feels like I haven't gone through as many changes as other people may have. Oh, I might. I don't mean to tear up. I don't know. It feels like a lot of people that were close in my life kind of, they went their way and they went far away, and I just kind of got left behind. As life goes on, certain friendships and stuff, they kind of come and go like seasons as well. So, of course, some of those things were also falling out as well. But I think one realization that was difficult for me to kind of reflect on was looking at who my social circle is and seeing like, as I get older, it's kind of gotten smaller and smaller. And I don't know, I guess I wasn't expecting that considering how my social circle was growing so much when I was, at a younger age. And there's also this thing where we just don't reach out to one another. Like, obviously, as adults, we get busy, of course, most of us are very busy, and I'm busy myself. But then at the same time, even when we have a little bit of free time, I think for some of us, we're just so tired that we want to just relax. So we're almost like numb. I think also, even when we have a little bit of time, we just don't even think to reach out to friends. If it's been friends that we haven't seen in a while, or even our close friends, we're just like so focused on the household and taking care of the household and the people in it and the bills that we have to pay so that we have a roof over our heads. I don't know, I miss people. I miss human connection. I miss being able to just shoot the shit with someone, or like going for a walk with someone, to just go wherever, like being able, I miss that freedom of time that maybe a lot of us used to have compared to now. One big realization that I had when it comes to other people, other interpersonal relationships in my life, is that I always made most of my decisions based off of what someone else told me to do or what they said I should be doing. One example of that is when I went to school. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to go to school for, and then people would tell me what they think I should go to school for, and I just kind of went with the one that I thought was going to make me the most money or something. Like, yes, there was a passion behind it, but I didn't really ask myself, is this exactly what I want to do? So, a piece of advice that I have for other people out there is really ask yourself, really dig deep inside yourself and reflect and ask yourself, what do I want to do in this world? Because most likely I only have one chance. Well, I hope you got something out of this. I think this kind of helped with anxiety a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens once I edit this, once, the next day keeps going. At the end of the day, we just have to keep going. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not your father. At the end of the day, I didn't do this for anyone but myself. And I think that's the first time in my life that I actually did something not from the validation of others, but for my actual self. But if you also got something out of this, that's cool too. I hope all of you have a super special, awesome day, and bye.